And good morning from Scotty Ray and, of course, Candace. It is Friday.
It is. Thank goodness it's Friday.
The payday has finally arrived for a lot of folks. Get to go home for the weekend and enjoy yourself and wear your flippy flops.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice weekend, too, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, weather-wise, it can't get any better than we're going to have. So do you have the bunny rabbit house shoes? Because I don't guess I've ever been over that early.
No, I do not have
Just
the bunny
asking.
rabbit house shoes. Now, I do have a pink house, robe thing that I'll put on every now and then. But I don't wear bunny rabbit slippers.
I'm just asking. That's all I got to say.
If my feet get cold, I'll just put some socks on.
Well, today is Friday, and still, no matter where you go, the debate is still being talked about.
It is. I mean, it's full-fledged, the conversation of the day, every day.
Yeah, if nothing else, and that was if I'm understanding this right, it was the most watched television event in cable history and the number 2 biggest event in TV history. I think MASH may still hold the big, but this was number 2 of people watching.
And, it just was, all in all, it was a disaster, really. It really was. When you asked me, yesterday, who did I think won?
Yeah.
I don't really think you could say anybody actually won.
There was a lot of yelling.
Yeah, it just was chaos. Some people, everybody that I've talked to, all my customers, they're like, I didn't even watch it after about 15 or 20 minutes. I just turned it off.
It was really hard to pick. Now, something I wanted to point out, I'm going to pull this up, because I Googled this, because there's a lot of talk about this right here. This picture here of Joe wearing a microphone. What good would it have done for him to wear a microphone? They could listen to him backstage.
Yeah.
And the earpiece would have been the only thing that would have done him any good.
And they would have seen that.
Yeah.
Trump was wanting that checked out for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely. There goes my phone.
You're a popular person, Scotty. Right?
Everybody just wanting to know what the weather's going to do today.
Yeah.
So the debate goes on and on and on, and we'll talk a little bit more about it here in a minute. But everybody says that that's fake.
Yeah.
All that floating around on Facebook about the device, and again.
Yeah, and the thing on his shirt,
Looks like a wrinkle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just looks kind of like a little pocket, wrinkle, on his shirt to me.
I'd have to go back and put it on the 65-inch again and then get really close and stare to be sure.
Yeah, I know some people said that it could be a microphone. I've read comments on one of the pictures on Facebook, and then some people said it was some kind of could be like a needle, maybe administering some kind of medicine or something.
Oh, they were really stretching on that one, wasn't
yeah, but I don't know. Who knows?
Take your Prozac. You would have made it through it just the same.
I needed some Prozac after watching it, I think.
You've been wired. Coming up, we'll check your weather next. Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has just gotten in a big shipment of lawnmowers and also tractors. So if you've been waiting for a Skag lawnmower to make your yard cutting experience a whole lot better, drop in and see them today. They were getting them ready, putting them out on the lot as we spoke yesterday. So plenty to choose from. When it comes to LS tractors, as I said, they just got in a shipment of these. If you've been looking for one that has cab and air, here's your one here that just came in, including a bucket, 4-wheel drive, and of course they can help you out with the financing on these as well. Many styles and different ones to choose from there. As I said, new shipment of them, and they've been hard to get. So if you've been wanting a tractor, drop in and see them today at Freeman Tractor and let them show you what they've got there. Also, as we look at all the implements they have, bush hogs, 5-foot, 6-foot, bat wing, you can walk through here. Maybe you're needing a disc, an extra box blade to take care of a driveway that's been irritating you that needs smoothing out. They got those. Hay forks. They can also fix you up with forks to go on the front of your tractor where you can pick things up. Makes it a whole lot easier. And plus, as we move into the Benchy, a new line of UTVs that they've gotten in several of these this week also. If you're looking for one of these, you can get this now, 0% financing, up to 60 months. They come with 8. You can get them equipped with air conditioning, heat. Boy, isn't that great? 0%. And of course, that's windshield wipers, lights. It is ready to go. Many styles to choose from, whether you're looking for a tan, a white, red, maybe you're wanting a racing one. They've got those, plus the dark green one. This is one of the new ones that just come in as well. Take a look, walk around, go for a test drive. You can get them with GPS, radios. It's all there for you at Freeman Tractor. Highway 494, again, they just got in this shipment of tractors. As we turn to weather this morning, brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What do we expect for today? Well, it looks like it's going to be pretty nice as we look for sunshine and 72 for a high. Now, it's not going to be near as warm as it has been, so that's great. As we turn the radar this morning, we look at that, and it is absolutely clear. That is a great thing as we head for that. Tonight will be our lowest low. We'll get into the 40s. Let's turn and see what the National Weather Service has in stock for us as we look at what they've got going on. Calling for today to be somewhere right around 80. It'll be, 72 for a high. It almost messed that up, 72 for a high. Now, here's the latest that we've got on hurricane season. We've got one we're watching down here. If it goes across land, we'll be okay. It'll be something more to be concerned about should it go into the Gulf of Mexico. This one has not formed yet. It'll be next week sometime before this becomes anything. We'll watch that, though. As we move through this, temperatures will slightly start warming up over the next 10 days. But great weather ahead of us right now. As we look at this, storms only on the extreme southern portion there of Florida that's anywhere near close to us. So it'll be pretty close to perfect weather. As I turn back to tell you more about that forecast, where I almost got messed up and go 72 for a high today. Tonight, the lowest that we've got, 48. As we go into the weekend, it looks like we'll have 74 for that weather and sunshine on Saturday, 52 for low Saturday night. What do we get Sunday? 77. That'll be our warmest for a few days there. And 55 Sunday night, and then back to work on Monday with a high of 74. So not bad weather in store for us at all. It clearly going to be a great looking week ahead of us as we look at today. Nice. I can't stress that enough. 72. When was the last time we had a 72 for a high? Yeah, I like that a whole bunch. So plan your day for that. Looks like we've got a great sunshiny weekend. Nothing to complain about whatsoever. As we turn to talk about what's going on at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, if you need groceries, this is where you need to go. If you've got a weekend event, something that you're going to be cooking up, well, Joe's got all that you need there. They have the Gala apples for $1.89 a pound. What a deal that is. Also, you can pick up on russet potatoes. For $3.99, you can get that 8-pound bag. Let's see here. We've also got tomatoes, $1.49. Those ripe potatoes a pound. Tomatoes. Let me say that correctly. You can get fresh green onions, too, for $1 as well. Take advantage of the Bush's Best pinto beans or the chili beans. You can get those for $1.29 a can for the 16-ounce can. If you're going to be whooping up some chili, that is perfect for that. Also, cream of mushroom, the Piggly Wiggly brand, the celery or cream of chicken, 89 cents a can. You can get the ketchup there, the Piggly Wiggly brand, for $2.49 for the 64-ounce. That's a big bottle of that. Also, you can take advantage of the Hamburger Helper, 4 for $5 a box. And if you're doing steaks this weekend, top sirloin steak, certified Angus beef, $4.99 a pound. That's a great deal also. You can get top chick breaded tenders, $6.99 for that 2-pound pack. And don't forget your bacon. You got to have that on those early Sunday mornings. Yeah, Saturday morning as well. You can get that for $3.29 for the 12-ounce brine slice ham and purified drinking water. That's the Piggly Wiggly brand there, and it is really good. Go by and check that out. You'll be glad that you did. Great deal on that.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
And welcome back with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Have we left off anything about the debate that we didn't settle or somebody's brought up?
I don't think so. I mean, I just think it's just a lot of people going back and forth. Of course, bashing Trump, of course, about him interrupting so many times, which he did. He did interrupt way too much.
145 times is what the number is out there.
I heard Chris Wallace talking about it, and he was just saying that, he couldn't get a word in, and
he got spanked.
So, he said he's had a lot of criticism, though, not some support and some criticism, so, for him.
Yeah, I could see how that could happen. He did lean a little on the left side there, and he asked a lot of questions that was asked in the last debate that they just won't drop for whatever reason, and, it just goes on and on and on.
I wonder who will moderate the next one.
It's the C-SPAN guy, and we got his name coming up here in just a minute. We'll show his name. But Chris Wallace said that really wouldn't work doing the turn the microphone off thing. They can still hear each other.
Yeah, they'd be yelling over each other. Trump will liable to go over there and pick up.
It's going to be a
Biden's
chair
microphone.
thrown. It's going to be a chair thrown in
He
the
might
next
push
one.
Biden out of the way and say, "Hey, let me use your microphone."
Say, so does black make us look skinnier? Because I'm really trying this look.
I don't know. We all look like we in mourning today. Everybody at work had on black yesterday, and so I decided to wear black, for today. So.
Fit right in.
Yeah.
Well, as on the local side, Burger King in Philadelphia, I guess you've heard about this, the shooting that happened there yesterday morning.
That's awful. I mean, it's just the world has just gone completely crazy.
They did catch the suspect in Kemper County after a high-speed chase yesterday afternoon. Should release the name sometime today. We don't have any facts of why it happened, but it leads you to believe, but we don't have anything in concrete yet, so we'll wait till everything comes out about it.
But the victim
Was still alive last I heard.
Okay. Was just injured really bad.
Yeah, and again, it was real sketchy on getting a lot of full details on it, but Philadelphia went on lockdown there, a semi-lockdown for a little while yesterday morning.
Yeah. Well, we pray that, they get some kind of justice for that and that the victim is going to be okay.
Right. And you brought up the who's going to do it. Here it is. It's going to be Steve Scully is going to be the next guy that does the debate, and he's from C-SPAN. I didn't know anybody ever talked on C-SPAN. I thought they just turned it on and they let whatever was on play.
Yeah. I don't ever watch
It's
C-SPAN.
like listening to, what is it, that PRN radio in your car on the 88 one where
I
they
know.
never get over this tone of voice.
Yeah, I used to work somewhere where that's all they listened to.
Oh, I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah, and then we had a water fountain in the background, so I was like, I felt like I'd taken a sleeping pill.
It'd be like elevator music, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I just, you've got to have the highs and lows in somebody's voice or I tune out.
Oh, me too.
So,
Yeah.
But you ain't got to
But
worry
just-
about that with us, do you?
No, we're just holler and wake you up.
So here's a story that I pulled of stories that are floating around this morning. This woman's rich, and it's even rumored that she was racing in her, I think it's a Mercedes. She's 57 years old. She was the head of a clothing thing. She's retired apparently now, and she's head of the Grossman Byrne Foundation, her husband. And she killed 2 kids, ran over them,
gosh.
an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. Both of them died. One died at the scene. She ran 100 yards after she had hit one, knocked him down, and ran back over him. She was drunk.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's just horrible.
I don't see how even money could get her out of this. This is a California thing as well. That's where that happened.
Oh my goodness, that's awful. That is horrible. People just they don't think.
No, they
can't
don't.
get behind the wheel of a car
And if you've got somebody, take the keys away. It's always best because you can't bring a child's life back.
or anybody. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. And this has been floating around a few days. I didn't bring it up the first day because sometimes you talk about too many things that are depressing, but
Yeah.
you just really can't overlook some of these stories that went on. This poor little girl, 12 years old, dies from head lice. And it was from never being treated. It got infected and got worse and worse. And she passed away from this.
I've never heard of that happening.
I hadn't either,
but
so-
that has got to be. I mean, I know about stuff like that, and that's got to be a horrible, horrible case of that.
And, this is another case of this. Had she been going to
Neglect.
school, they would have probably caught this because, young children that are abused and stuff, that's how a lot of times these things are picked up at school. They tell a friend. She had no one to tell. They were in lockdown mode. You think about that.
So bad. That is awful. And, there is probably children all over this country and this world.
And, and here's another thing here. There's a lot of kids that if it weren't for that meal that they get at school, they don't get anything.
Yeah.
Another reason to get our kids back in school.
Yeah. That was a lot of things, we're talking about. I mean, school is a safe zone for a lot of kids.
It is.
It is. And it's a sad situation, but it's reality. And yes, it is a good thing to get them back in school.
And not all kids go to Sunday school or church with others. So, that's another place that it can be picked up. But if the parents, don't lead them in that direction, they don't go.
Yeah.
So I'm all for keeping the kids in school as much as they can for their welfare.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sad situation. That is awful.
And I hate to keep harping on just on horrible things, but I've heard stories of kids that or I guess the word is come from a poor family to where they don't get anything to eat after they leave school on Friday until they come back on Monday. And it breaks my heart.
It breaks my heart too. And some of these videos that you see out on Facebook.
That's right.
Somebody is videoing somebody like abusing a child, like
do something,
slapping them and hitting them, and I had to just turn one off one night. I mean, I couldn't. I was like furious, and upset. And you have that feeling of helplessness because you're watching something you have no idea where that child is.
Right.
You can't, but that goes on all the time.
It does.
It just really does.
People like that. The old Southern term was they need to be croaker sacked.
Right.
Anybody that hurts a child, oh boy, just really it gets me in an uproar.
Oh, me too. Me too. And if somebody ever hurt my child, I feel for you. Because I mean, it is just it just.
So, hey,
upsets me bad.
Hey, on another subject, and I don't know the answer to this. Have you ever had dead ends?
Dead ends?
Yeah, isn't that something to do with hair?
Split ends?
Oh, is it split ends? Okay.
Well, I guess it could be dead ends. But,
somebody made that.
I think about a road when I think about a dead end.
I just want to throw that out there. Somebody said that today, and I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
I don't know what is a split end anyway.
Just when your hair has not been trimmed for a long time, probably like mine.
You've got.
When your hair hadn't been trimmed in a while and it just kind of looks real thinned out on the ends, and have you ever seen a ribbon that is just unraveling or a rope that unravels?
Yeah.
Okay, well your hair is kind of like that.
Okay,
and eventually it'll break. So
didn't know all that.
Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, my hair is just not growing, and I'm like, it's growing from the root. You just are not trimming it, and it's breaking off.
Candace, my hair is not growing.
Is it not growing?
It is not growing. Trust me when I tell you that.
Well, I don't know if you have split ends, Scotty Ray. But
I don't think I got enough to have a split end. Maybe on my beard. Look, in other news, where is the line to where, and this may be gone forever, to where what you think is okay in your personal life and what you do at work is another thing. A cyclist has been chunked out. Let me pull this up here because he sent a tweet, and what he done was this could be an accident. Somebody said something about Trump. He done a clap, and it was a brown clap, and he's being thrown out over that. He didn't say anything racist whatsoever. He just said, "Hey, I'm for Trump," and it was a brown clap, and he's a U.S. cyclist, and he's out.
See, I just think that's ridiculous.
So I understand if you get on there and say something about somebody you wish they were dead, or I get all of that.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
But is it got to the point to where no longer can you put your opinion who you want to be in office?
Well, I think it depends on who you are. Because, a lot of people can put that opinion out there and they're never touched. Nobody ever says anything to them. I think it really just depends on, which is sad to say, it depends on what side you're on.
And who you work for and how they feel, maybe is the way to put it.
Yeah. Now, I can understand, like, a company, maybe saying something to an employee who, like you said, has put a threat out there or said something that's really, really bad against a coworker or something.
Like if you say something ugly about them, you can't, public opinion. It's just not good nature to put bad things about people wishing bad things on them.
Right.
I'm trying to be politically correct how I word that's why it's taking me so long to get it out.
And I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't put anything in writing. I mean, that's just a good a good thing to go by. You might have an opinion. I have my opinions, and I usually state my opinion. But
and make sure there's no recorder, no phones.
Right. Don't put it in writing. And then you'll be okay. You should be.
I mean, really sit back and think about this. Think of yourself. If you were for Supreme Court justice right now, everything that they would drag up about you in front of everybody in the nation, can you imagine?
I wouldn't even try to run for anything.
It ain't worth it.
I wouldn't know. I couldn't run for anything like that.
I mean, you would.
Candace back in high school, she's like, she got mad and said so and so.
You would have to live a life knowing that you were going to run for that and never do anything.
Yeah, I know.
Because they'll chunk it on you.
Oh, they will. They will.
Hey, in good news, I do have a good news story here. You know who Mark Cuban is? The guy that owns, is it the Mavericks?
Yeah, and I watch him on Shark Tank a lot of times.
He has donated $50,000 to each one of the officers that were shot in California.
Well, that's a good thing. That's great.
Thumbs up to him.
Yes, that's a good thing.
I don't know much about him. I've seen him on that show once, which is an interesting show, by the way.
I've seen him on Shark Tank, and sometimes, they all can be a little harsh to people. I feel bad for these people who come in there and think they've got the best invention in the world, and they just shoot them down. They leave crying and upset.
Because they want you to come in there and you've already got a business going, and you're there to get help to get it started, I thought.
I hadn't really quite understood that. I thought you just needed a good idea, and, they want you to have made, like, thousands or millions of dollars before you come in
so
there.
why are you even there if you've already done that?
Yeah. If I had $1 million and something dollars in the bank, I wouldn't be there asking them.
So have you ever come up with an idea?
I've thought about stuff before, but I mean, then I think people think I was crazy if I
Think about the old boy that invented the safety pin years ago.
Oh, really? Yeah, or Post-its.
Oh, yeah, Post-its.
I mean,
didn't they say that was by accident?
I mean, I haven't heard that.
It seemed like I read an article to where it was an accident. They got cut wrong, and then it was like, oh, hey, look at this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know whether that's true or not.
Well, I will tell you this. My husband is really good about, like stuff that, like we have this stuff in our pond.
Let's call that rigging, what your husband does.
No.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Look, let me tell you, this works. We have, I don't know if y'all have ponds out there, and you have like an overgrowth of that weed stuff that gets in the pond. It just takes over. It's horrible. And we were scared to put anything in there because we were scared we'd kill the fish.
I'm waiting for this, y'all.
Okay. So he made this contraption that you throw it out in the pond. Okay. And you can like hook it to the back of the four-wheeler by a chain or a rope and pull the stuff in, and it drags it up out of the water, and it easily drags it up out of the water. It hooks it and drags it up.
See, now I thought you were fixing to tell me he took the push lawnmower and chained it to the end of the bucket of his tractor and put it out there and cut it. Is what I was really expecting.
No, but like we thought about trying to get something to cut it, but it just makes a big mess. So it really, if you can just get it up and drag it out there. But I thought that was a great idea. No, he's not.
That's exactly what that was.
Well, he's your friend. You better be. But anyway, but yeah, he's had some good ideas. But I think it's great when people have ideas, though, especially stuff that some things are just so simple, and you think, why didn't I think of that?
You're absolutely right. Or you hear a song and they make multi-billions, you go, I've thought that before.
I know. Yeah.
I never have, but anyway, thanks for joining us this morning. Coming up, we're going to recap the weather for the weekend to find out how great it's going to be, and hence, it's wonderful.
It is. I'm looking forward to the weekend. So,
any advice before we go?
No, just everybody, get your jackets because you're going to need them this weekend.
Yeah, you will.
Just enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week.
More coming up with Scotty, Ray, and Candace.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
The Lauderdale County Farm Supply is going to be open this morning. It's going to be open Saturday morning to take care of anything that you might need when it comes to your home or your farm. And of course, we know about the great deals that they're offering on the Drake apparel right now. If you're looking for a t-shirt that looks great, wears good, those good cotton shirts, the Farm Hard, you'll like those a whole bunch. They just wear and wear and wear. Of course, skillets. That's one of the things that's hard to find these days is the iron skillets. They've got tons of those to choose from there at the Farm Supply. You can find them. This is one of the things that you just kind of overlook as these cool mornings come about, and you go to a ball game to go see the grandkids, you do something outdoors, or you hunt. A Mr. Heater is like the greatest thing. Mr. Buddy, he's my friend. He goes with me everywhere I go when it comes to deer season. I keep a lot of extra bottles of propane, and I keep warm. You'll enjoy that. The best money that you can spend is on that right there. Go by and see that. You'll enjoy it. I promise you, got my word on that. Also, if you're looking for dog food, Value Pack, that's one of the new brands that they carry there. And they're offering free samples while they last there at the Farm Supply. See about your dog in this. 28% protein, 20% fat. And, of course, they got all the leashes and anything that you might need for your dog. Now, if you're tired of getting your feet wet, maybe your boots got a hole in them. I've worn them a couple years before, and you'll do the duct tape in an emergency, and you mean to go buy a new pair, and you just don't do it. Go ahead and get you a pair before it all gets underway this year. Be ready for that winter weather. Of course, when it comes to deer season, they're your headquarters for supplies. They can take advantage and get you fixed up with a feeder, the Varmint Guard built-in electric. If you're looking for deer attractants, look at all this. They've got that. and also Deer cameras. Now, they've got them now to where they'll take a picture and send it to your phone. One of the easiest things, or you can stick with the old SD card cameras, whichever way. If you're still planting, they've got that, your fall seed mix from Buckbusters, or maybe you want to try out the Southern Buck blend. That's got a lot in it. Wheat, forage, oat, all of it mixed together. And you can do it the traditional way where you mix it up, your oats, your wheat, ryegrass, all of that there, and taking care of your farm animals, your horse, your cattle, your hogs, whatever it is, they've got something for you there. And of course for you, they've got guns and scopes and, well, ammunition. If you're looking to reload your guns there and get them sighted in, if you need a pack, they got them. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Drop in and see Ron and all the gang there. Really good folks. They'll help you any way they can to get whatever you need. As we said today, it's just going to be a gorgeous day when it comes to weather. There's no beating around the bush for that. Our high today, as we look at that, again, is going to be 72. Not bad at all. We'll hit tonight our lowest 48. By tomorrow morning, 74 is all we'll get. That's not much different from today. 52 becomes our high tomorrow night, and as we roll out the weekend and get out of this, Sunday will be our warmest day for the next 3 to 4 days. 77, 55 Sunday night, and as we look toward the rest of the week, our extended forecast, expect, highs of, on Monday 74, 77 on Tuesday. As we go to Wednesday, 81. So not bad weather for us at all, as we saw that warming trend coming back just a teeny bit there. But it's not bad at all. We don't have any rain in the forecast whatsoever, and that's how it stands at this point and all. It's really good. Thanks for spending part of your day with us here at Scotty Ray's Weather. More to come as we trot along early this morning here at Scotty Ray's Weather. And again, thank you so much for being a part of it. And also, we'll see you back again in the morning here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by